Hello and welcome. It's Karen
And Tim.
from Stamping on the Back Porch, back with another Karen and Tim show on Thursdays at 1. So glad to have you here. And today we're going to talk about different ways of adding color to your stamp.
So that's why she's wearing such a plain top.
Yes, because I wanted all the color to stand out. That's right. So I have just one card. I'm not saying I only have one card because I stashed the mail somewhere because we had about 10 women come over and help doing all the paper shares. I had to post pictures about that. We had a ball. But I found one. So I'm going to open one card first.
So who found
so
that?
it's like Tim found that. I said, I don't think I have any cards to open. He said, I know where there's one. So he set it aside. So he just needs to be in charge of the mail,
That's right.
Good afternoon, all of you people. Oh, and a nice. Oh, this is really sweet. Look at this. So happy for you. This is another demonstrator that we met in Pekin when we were there with Marilyn and Nikki, my downline. We did an open house with them, and another demonstrator came to it, and from a different line, which is just awesome. It was great to meet her, Lori Helvig. Thank you, Lori. And she sent me this for my million and just saying it was just fun to meet. So we just love connecting with everyone, wherever you are. And I love that card. And look what an easy card that is. It's very simple. The heart, so happy for you. Beautiful card. Love it. Thank you. And yesterday we had a lot of fun in the Back Porch Stampers. Just wanted to tell you that in that group, it's a private group, so you have to request to join. But what I decided to use that for more, it's a smaller group, and a lot of us know each other well. And so I'm going to make videos over there, like maybe just once a month, not often. But we did 4 yesterday. We did another catalog kickoff over there. And I decided to make the videos in that group way more casual. Now, I know you're laughing and thinking, how could she get any more casual? She already is. But yesterday was kind of all about how I do ideas, and I didn't even finish a card. I'd finish it and show it the next time, but it was just more about my process. And I plan in that when I do videos there to interact with people more. That's always just a hard thing to do because those videos stay in that group. They don't go. When I do a video here, it's on my Facebook page, but I often upload it to YouTube and I put it on my blog. Videos in that group will just stay there. I'll put the project somewhere. In fact, later today on my blog, you're going to see some cute cards that we made yesterday. But kind of my purpose is to have that be a more informal, we're really connecting everyone. And then I put out a challenge. And I'm telling you this because it's too late to be in the 4 drawings, but it's never too late to be in the challenges. Every week we have a challenge. And the challenge this week, which I put up on Friday, is going to be about using one of the ideas, one of the techniques shared on Thursday in a card of anything else. So it's a wide open range. And my purpose in that is both for us to get to know each other, but also to learn from each other and to see lots of ideas that use similar things. I mean, it's what makes us all creative, is expanding ideas. So if I share an idea, and then I shared yesterday where I took my idea from, and I created an idea, and other people create ideas all using that idea, and that's how we all become creative and share anyway. So it's fun. So I just wanted to kind of let you know the purpose of that group. It's the Back Porch Stampers. I'll put a link so you can always check that out. But we did have 4 drawings yesterday too, and somebody was saying that you just love that. So these were some of the things that we did drawings for yesterday, and the winners of the drawings are, and I'm going to go post it over in that group, but they are Margaret Schaefer, Shar Sher, Wanda Ball, Kathy Walton. And then every week there's a drawing for the challenge, and the winner for last week is Jackie Ortman. So as it is in this group, whenever I post the winners, those people have to message me their address, so I don't have to go hunt for it, even if I have it. I might have it, I might not, but I don't want to go hunt for it. So enough about that, but I think that's going to be really fun. So we've been doing a whole lot of creating. And then, before I get started, S9G, FWKWE. And today, we are back. Today, it's just about one stamp. As I love, autumn is my hands down favorite season. I love it when it's nice and long. So even though there's lots of other lovely stamps and pumpkins are autumn, I just thought, let's just pick one thing and just share a lot of ideas for using it. It also ties in with my card kit this month, which is, because I'm using some of the other parts here, just with the dies. And it's, but I'm not even using those other things, just this and the one die today. So you'll have just tons of ideas of what to do with that.
My first response, Karen,
Yes.
was that mine is connected to that. And then I looked at my project and I said, oh, yeah, it is. Because it looks completely different.
That's hilarious. Kathy Turner says, does the same first name, because the winner is Kathy Walton. I love it. That's what I should do sometime, is do drawings by first name, and then you never know. Oh, that would be fun.
So
That's a
what
really
did
good
she
idea,
ask?
because then maybe I'd send out 8 drawings. If just having the first name match would work for winning the drawing. But I love that idea. We just have to do that just for fun sometime. But maybe I'll pick a more unusual first name. No, because I wouldn't be able to pick it, would it? It'd be a drawing. I would hope it ended up being
Sure.
like someone like I don't know. I couldn't even think of an unusual name on there, but
thought
that's hilarious.
I thought Char was going to be an alliteration, but it's C and an S.
Right, because it sounds like an alliteration. That's what Tim is always looking for with his Timmy D. You know. All right.
Okay, can I sit here?
I don't know. Do you want to sit with me the whole time? Is that the plan, or what? Did you want to go first today?
Maybe.
No, we're going to say
I will.
Tim is a fun card he's going to use. So,
I will. Okay, I'll let you be. You
okay.
can have the whole piano bench.
First thing we're going to do is, a stamp like this is great. It's open lined. You can color it in. You don't need to. You can make it fancy. It's
Explain
also
what
just.
open line means.
I mean, you can. Well, I'll stamp it, and then you'll see. It's beautiful just as is. You don't need to color. Oh, do you know what I do need?
What?
Wet paper towels. You can be my cleaner, because
Yes.
this is going to have to be cleaned between every stamp set here. So here I just used early espresso, and then I'm using a couple of the colors out of this Nature's Twine. I love this twine, and I thought, you get these 4 colors in it. So I got a little, oh no, it isn't a blotch, it's just a thing. I was going to say I'll just put the twine over the blotch, but it was just a little scrap of something. So I'm going to do this knot. Oh yeah, Davida. See, yeah, I could pick a name like that and be one. So but yeah, you know what? I love that idea of picking a first name. I am going to do that one of these next times that I do a drawing.
But the only winners are going to be
really fun.
Tim and Karen. So you
That's right. Well, Karen would have a lot. Kathy would have a lot. We kind of just know. And then I'm keeping my background really simple here. So these are just a 1/4 inch down, as I always talk about. Our base card, which is half a sheet of 8.5 by 11, cut either way. So the base always measures 4 1/4 by 5.5, and that's what just fits right in the envelope. It's a 1/4 inch down. We have 5.5 by 4, and then 5 by 3 3/4. Now, because I put twine under here, I will use dimensionals. I like to have them. You get down to the end, sometimes you get a little, some of these don't want to stick. I like to use things that pop this higher so that I don't get a bump. If it's all pressed really flat and then you get a bump over there, although, it doesn't really matter. It's just a card. So I'm going to pop this up. I think this would be a great...
Wouldn't you say
This would be an easy card to mass produce.
Wouldn't you say, no, wait, turn it over. Wouldn't you say now that you have 5 bumps?
Oh, well, yeah, if you're going to pound it like Tim, you might. And, this could go on another layer, too. Those of you who love to layer, you can always keep
I
layering.
thought she was going to put it on the wrong side.
Okay. So I would use a card like this. It's a Season of Thanks, and so it could be a Thanksgiving card. But it would also be, which would still be a Thanksgiving card, but inside you just say that I'm very thankful for you. I think this is just a very nice thinking of you kind of thankful card. Oh yeah, so many spellings of some names. Oh, and then I think people would show up with these middle names. Oh, but we are going to do it. I think that'll be a blast. Okay, so watch for that coming up. I just have to figure out the next thing I'm going to have a drawing for. I'll have to do that. Okay, so that is really simple. And so while we're at that, I want to remember the Metallica inks also can just be stamped. You know, you guys, you can tell that I like to create and I kind of just can get carried away. What I have much more trouble with is then finishing the blog posts and doing this and that, doing all the other parts. Okay, I would do that again because I didn't get that on but here's one I did. When I was using this yesterday too, I had to do it a couple of times just to remember because I wasn't getting it. You know what? Let me try it again.
Okay.
Why not? Instead of just saying that, I'll just do it. You know, when you use the Metallica on darker paper, it doesn't show up as well. It's a very soft look, but I think it's a very, oh, I use that side too. I'm just gonna put it right here. It won't matter. And then I hold it just a little bit so it has a little time to sink in. Kathy says she loves it. Kathy with an IE. She loves it when Tim pounds his card. Okay, to make that point. Okay, see, this one's much better than this. But I'm not sure the camera picks it up very well anyway. But I just thought we'd show. Yeah, I love white on white for cards. And I will often use this. This is the white subtle folder, my most used folder. And I saw a little, okay. Press that down, and then I'm going to put the leaf. And I have to say my favorite way of attaching things is with glue dots because I love to assemble my cards just kind of sitting. Okay, I'm gonna make it go that way, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Sitting in my lazy chair, you know. So I just think that works great because I can do it. It's no mess. So I go through lots of these.
And
but I'm going to make
find
this.
them on her clothes.
Yeah, kind of all
on the
over.
Furniture.
See, and now I could add words, but I also don't need to. I could just let it be very plain. Okay, so these are just totally plain. You know about drying, I find these dry really, I think these dry really fast. I've made several cards out of it. I think it is more about the paper you're stamping it on, but I always do set it aside a little, like with the white, but I was using it yesterday on white and I assembled my card right away. So I guess I didn't even think about it. Okay, and so the next one, so now we're gonna do some different colors. This next one's gonna be very similar to this one. You see these are both stitched rectangles. I just love those because I think that stitching just adds a nice little, Kathy, you used your subtles for the first time, and oh, yeah, we used to have metallic inks, but then we haven't in years, so I think it's fun to have them back. So I'm going to do this very similar to this, but I'm going to make it larger because it's going to be alone on a card, and then I will show you what that does. So we should just make these go different ways, shouldn't we? So we'll make this one go this way.
Now,
oh, it's so nice just hand it over to you and have you
know,
clean them.
Isn't it? Now, didn't you used to tell people to knock 3 times? Tap, tap, tap.
I did, didn't I,
and
Tim?
now you're doing a whole bunch of them.
Oh, you know, I don't know. I'll try to do 3. It's because I have a big stamp. You got to do a bunch of times because you got to get it all over. Okay, I knew I'd have an answer to that.
There was a reason.
Now,
is that a legitimate reason?
Oh, of course. All my reasons are legitimate, Tim. If you haven't figured that one out. Now, this is eggplant. No, what is this? Blackberry Bliss. And I thought, I haven't used this color in ages, and I love this color. So I thought, with this one, we're going to color in. So again, you could use this way of coloring. A stamp like this is perfect because you have your dark and light just built in. And of course, I'm going to be really speedy, but the thing that's awesome is it doesn't matter because, you know, you want to have white spaces anyway. So, and of course you want to go out of the lines, you know, a couple of places.
Of course.
Just to make it your own.
A rationalization.
Yes, and if you did a dozen of these cards, you know they would all be different. Now to clean this off.
Have Tim do it.
That's right, and I could send it to him. I'm just going to do that to get the color off, and then it's ready to go into a different color. Now, isn't this speedy stamping? I think we can call this speedy stamping today. And then I'm taking, so I picked this color because it was in this, and I thought, oh, let's use a couple of these. If I'm going to use something, might as well do a couple. And on this one, the Season of Thanks comes right in that stamp set. On this card, I wanted to do something different because I thought, you know, you could also use it for a birthday or anything else. And so this one comes from Friend Like You stamp set, because I just thought it called for something rather bold. So, and both of these are pretty bold. I first pulled out a stamp that was very fine and put it on my first one, because you know, you don't see sometimes what I do. I haven't actually finished these cards, but I just tested it on something and I thought, it looks a little too elegant for this kind of statement card. Now this one, oh, Rebecca's in crisis mode. She can't find her new Christmas catalog. Well, Rebecca, you do know how you can get another one, but you know, but it won't be today. I go in the mail. I know, but
Tell her,
hard
no,
to
you know
follow
what?
along.
It's right next to your Halloween catalog.
So, you know, it's there. It's just well used. So both of these are what I would call very simple cards. They would be easy to make a bunch of. Mary Lou says, Rebecca, don't panic. When you aren't looking for it, it will show up. Yes. So how can we divert her attention away from needing that catalog? You know, when
Go wash the dishes.
Yeah, that's what would be our house. Oh, yes, this one embosses really beautifully too. I'm so glad that Kathy, you brought that up, because you could emboss this in the copper and then it would really be bold and stand out and very elegant. And I meant to mention that. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate when you guys do that. So I just wanted to show how similar these cards are, and yet they're different. And if you were looking at them through a whole stack, you might not even think about how similar they are. But you know, this just has more of a background to it, and this has more of that color. So two more things. So standing alone and coloring that in. Rebecca, I never mind sending out more catalogs. You guys all know that. I can't tell you how many people say, oh, I lost my catalog. It's not a new. Okay, so next we're going to move. And of course, I did a little teaser, like how many ways can we color? And you know, this is only the start. We could be here all day coloring, but I just grabbed a few easy ways, you know, to add color to this. So the next one we're going to do is sponging. And I chose on this one to just do a little lighter, go for lighter colors. Not for any reason, and I think there's probably still, I did do one of these first. I'm kind of just using this in the edge. I could also do this and just do it blotchy all over. All of this is, you know, your interpretation, and the more interpretations you see, the better. Now on the green, I'm using Granny Apple Green. And I just wanted to show what I do is I dab my dauber first, then you're going to rub it all over there.
Say it again. I dab my dauber.
Yeah, I see. I didn't catch that. And then I just kind of go on the side. That way I'm not going to get those really, and a little bit on the side, because you know, I should probably do that. So it's
Is this how that was done?
No, this is actually a stamp. Isn't that great? There's a
Seriously?
stamp in that set that goes behind that. Oh, you're going to have to use that. You're going to have to make a card out of that when we get closer to something. Isn't that pretty? But
that
yeah, but you could do
daubing.
But you could do that kind of a thing. But if you see, this is where you want to get the color off, and then you won't get like those bright circles that you might not want. And again, you know, you could putz with this and just make all kinds of colors. Okay, and then I have some Calypso Coral. Let's see if I still have, no, put some more on there. Color the white embossing, yes, with markers or blends. That's a whole nother idea. You guys, we could go on and on. Do you know you could emboss this leaf in white and take your blends and go over it and color it and get a really amazing look. So, you know, if you want to see more of these, we'll just have to get around. But to see how dark that is, and I don't want anything that dark, so I'm going to, now if I were thinking I should be doing this on another piece of paper and then use that to cut things out afterwards, okay? Okay, and so this is going to be my little bit of then some other really bright coloring coming in.
She's coloring outside the lines.
And if we're doing, you know, spring leaves, you could just use all shades of green. Oh, I'm going to cut it out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Now I get it.
But you see, and then you can fill in. Now, if you want your colors more muted at the end, and I don't necessarily, but I'm just going to show you what I do. I tend to take my lightest color and then just go all over, and that'll also hit any white parts if you want that filled in. So I'm just going to show you that I then took that out and put this into, and I used those bright colors. So they're bright colors, but they're very softly done. They're not deep colors, I guess. They're bright, light colors.
So you're not going to use the punch on the air?
No, because I need the big shot. And I have to have you bring all this heavy machinery out, Tim. So no. So this one I did have done, but you know what? I like this one better. It's got a little more color to it. So we'll pretend that one's on there. Okay, but there's another idea. Thanks, you guys that share. I just love it. The most helpful thing you can do for us is to share videos. Okay, and now we're going to keep going. And you can see I just keep...
I figured it was about my turn, but I guess she's going to keep going.
Leona's on here. We are coming to St. Louis in a couple of weeks. I'm going to give you a call. Missouri. On the way. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to use these colors now. Just trying to show, too, that we can just do all kinds of colors. And you see, I have a mix of new and older, because I have multiple pads. And I have a bunch of pads tucked away because a week from Saturday is our Minneapolis card extravaganza. So I try to, as I do those cards, I try to put them away with their ink pads. So then I'm trying to use whatever I have left out because I want to start repacking again. So I use these colors, and here's the first card I did. And see, I just took this. Oh, Tim, I'm going to need some more wet ones now, some cleaner ones.
Cleaner wet ones?
Yeah, because this one's going to be messy. This is just plainly done with stamping, and I thought we would do 2 different ways of watercoloring with this. So now I have 2 things of watercolor paper, and I thought we'd put them on 2 different backgrounds because I wanted to show. I'm using 3 colors here. So I cut out all 3 colors for the bases and then the inner side, and then does that make sense? So these are all the 3 colors, but the 3 different possible ways. So then at the end I can decide which ones I like best, or it's just fun to mix the match. Deborah says he thinks Tim is getting jealous that I'm playing, and he's not. You're right. I could have him do more of these techniques, but we'd be here all day if he did them all. Oh, Elaine, you have 94 degrees. Oh my goodness, I'm so ready for fall.
About 60 here.
It's about 60 here. It's beautiful. Oh, so this was one way to do it, and I'm going to show a couple of other ways to watercolor. So I need my spritzer. At some point I start planning these and I just get carried away, and so it's just good that the time runs out and I have to stop, or I could just probably
2-hour Facebook Live.
Keep on going. So
let's move everything this way.
Oh, okay. So first one I'm going to do. Okay, we'll start with the light one, and I'm going to put this one up just to sort of remember. It doesn't matter at all if they're like that, but because I'm going to try to be random, and you know how hard it is to randoms.
What are you looking for?
Oh, this. The event of the day, but it's a little hard to see when it's on something. So what I'm going to do now is ink it up, and then I'm going to spritz it with the spritzer. I'll do one. Oh, I'll try to do here. I'll do the rest kind of off the air in case I am getting anything. Now, however much water I put on here is going to determine how much it's going to run and bleed. Then I'm going to just hold it down for a bit on my paper. This is, what page is this set on? Oh, somebody can answer that. It's in the little catalog, and it's towards the back. It's after the Christmas. Now, do you see how it kind of fills in and does some brill blotches? So if we compare that to this one, which is just the actual stamp. So you might not even notice it all that much. I'll do 2 of these, and now I'm going to do the same spritzing, but off camera here. So let me just take this one. I'm not going to follow the other at all. Okay, now we'll clean. And it looks like that one I didn't get wet as much, so it's just kind of interesting. Let's do this one next. Pretty peacock. And again, if you're going to sit down and do this, you'll kind of get a feel for, these are kind of my firsts again, how much of this you want, how much you want it to spread. You can kind of see on the top here how it's spreading in different parts. I don't know if that really shows up, but now when I bring it up to see how that, oh, that's cool. I like that one. Okay, so see, did that one's a little too underbaked, under spritzed. So do this one and this one.
Can you spritz with something other than water, like alcohol?
I bet you could spritz with alcohol. You know, alcohol is really fast
Dry
drying.
one to get that rid of?
Nope. I'm not worried about that. Don't worry about too much of anything here.
about
That
that?
mess. Oh, Tim is being so concerned. I wasn't worried at all, but if he is,
I know.
you can tell. I just am used to whatever. Yeah, I do. I love the
Is that why
color
you say
of fall leaves too, and
it is what it is?
it is what it is. And the thing that's interesting is look at all these different colors I'm using, and they all speak fall leaves, so it really doesn't even matter. Now I'm going to spritz the cherry cobbler, and I'll put it on this side, so if I didn't get quite enough on it, this side will be the under spritz side. And then maybe I'd put on a card that way and put words over it. See, you can always just think ahead about covering which part.
Ooh, it's
That one turned out well. I think it was just right. Okay, so we'll be just fine. And here, I'm going to do that one. And let's see, I better put a little bit more on here, on just this side to finish it off. So how cool is that? Now I'm gonna let that dry, and we'll have to come back to putting these on, I think. And then the last way, I better take care of this.
Yes.
Okay, and not the last way, not the last way of this, of the watercolor way, is, here's my watercolor. This time I'm going to spritz the back of my paper because that'll keep it from curling up so much. And now I'm just going to stamp. So this time I will just stamp these on. And since he's not here, I'll do this because I can go to a darker color with that, right? You're a little late, but I just made do. You know, we can always do that.
Wipe it on your pants or?
Well, my arm, but you know, it's all good. See, it's all good. I know I'm not the only one who does that. Oh, we better put that here. It's okay if we have a little blue all there. Okay. Now, I will close these up. I was forgetting, since I'm using two, I was trying to figure out the difference between them. And now I'm going to spritz this. And again, now watch it run. See how it starts running? And I can decide how much I want. And actually, I think I should leave it. We can always come back to it because you can always add more. This is just water-based ink, so it can keep spreading. Now, if I get some, like if I think that's too much right there, I can just dab it a little and pick up a little. That might be a little too much here. Again, it just takes a little playing, but do you see how it just feathers out? So this is, you know, serious. This is serious play, where you just get in and make a mess and do all the things you were told not to do when you were little. Now you can do whatever you want. Okay, we're gonna set that aside to dry. And, okay, I have one that has, and it's in the other room. Yes. Okay, I'll get it while Tim is doing his, because we'll have one more at the end of this then, because they'll be out of order, but we can do that. So now I wanted to show another way of getting color is, we call this like paper piecing, where you can just use your pattern paper. This is, I just love this paper. It is from the, see a silhouette, is it? I even have it here. See a silhouette. I love both sides because I love this bold, dramatic side. Well, thanks, Karma. She said this has been so informative. I have just water in the spritzer, but I'm sure you could do alcohol with it too, and it would probably dry faster.
Vodka.
But I'm just being patient, you know. But I just loved how these leaves came out, and I thought, oh, we could do something at that. Now, I could have stamped them first, but I knew it'd get a little absorbed into the dark. And I thought, you know what? I love it just simple like this. When I send out my card kits, I always just use this since we can't send out stamp things. But I thought, I liked this. So here I'm going to, I thought I would just put, I'm just going to put these across my card. And I could add words above, but I also don't need to. I could have these go down this way. I just know I want to space them out kind of so they kind of so that end will kind of be there and this will be there, but you know, good enough is good enough. But I think that's a really fun card. And of course this could be against a color too, and I could put like, you know, a nice long word or something up here would be nice, but I thought, how simple. So for just looking for some simple cards.
You have a stamp that says supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Yeah, something big that would be. But I think this is really fun. So now Tim is going to show another fun thing to do with just using.
I'm liking this.
Okay, so see, and I think now I can take it off so it can get a little more air under it to dry. So we'll stick it right up there. Okay,
now
and it is
Tim's turn.
Tim's turn. Let's find the. That's for you. Okay. Now I did the base of his card, and then I told him he was going to create this awesome leaf to put on it.
Awesome.
So I just want to point out the design of the base is just your standard where you just do a strip. And so this is 1 1/2, and then 1 3/4, just 1/4 inch bigger strip. And I did that through the subtles folder, but just a nice background for anything.
Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I am going to teach you how to make that with this and this. All right. We are going to, off the camera, I'm going to spritz this. Whoa, that's spritzed. That is spritzed. Now, do I spritz both sides or just one?
Nope, just one's fine. And that's just to make it more pliable. Because you could do without, but you might drip water in the card though. I think I better take that out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
But it just won't rip or tear because it's wet, you know, it kind of breaks the fibers.
I could rip and tear it.
Yeah. So now we're making a spitball.
And off the camera, I'm going to throw it at Karen.
Yes.
Now, she told me to be careful when I open it. And I wasn't sure why, but I think it might be. Look.
Now, doesn't that look like the crunchy leaves you walk through in the fall?
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? So I just did that to a piece of paper. Isn't that cool? Now, I am going to let this dry. But in the meantime, I am going to attach this. And I'm going to do it with Karen's favorite.
Yeah. Why would glue dots be a good choice for this?
Because it's not a...
Yeah, because you really want that fluff to it. You really want the...
Okay, I'm going to be...
If you made it really flat, it would still kind of have a little cracked look, but it just wouldn't look quite the same as those crunchy fall
Okay,
leaves.
that's an odd number. She says odd numbers are important, so...
Well, we decided yesterday that's also... Rules are meant to be broken, so, you know.
So this is how it's going to look.
I love it. And that will go in a card well, and it'll still, you know, it'll flatten a little, but it won't get really flat.
Yeah. You can put it in an envelope, mail it, and then just kind of fluff it up when you get it. Isn't that nice? I feel like I'm cheating the system because Karen...
Oh, that's okay, Tim. I'm going to
Karen
have you...
pretty much did everything.
That's okay. You might as well do the last one here,
Oh!
too, since you're on here. Because you really didn't get enough airtime.
No, I didn't.
I just know.
Oh, this is sweet.
Okay, so we're going to have you make...
I am going to make something that I've never done before.
Again, I have the base card ready for you.
She didn't tell me how to do it. Okay.
I'm just going to tell him this is kind of what the leaves are supposed to look like, so we'll see if he can do it.
Okay.
Only you're going to just do however you want.
Okay.
Okay, around the words.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to pull out 2 Huggies there and put them on the thing, fold them in half and put them on there.
Fold them in half, put them on there. What does that mean?
Put them on the red.
We'll put them on the red. These are dry Huggies, my dear.
I know, they're very old. Whoa.
Whoa.
We use them just for our things up at the church. So
Okay.
and you can put them on top of each other. You're
On
making
top
your
of
own
each other?
ink pad, and I'll do one color and you can do the others. So
Wait.
yellow being the lightest, I put most on of that, but it's just a couple of drops like that.
Okay.
We really can just stay in the middle. I didn't mean to get them all over. Or, that's enough.
Whoa.
I got to surprise him here.
Okay. And
So
what
obviously
else?
this is a new technique for Tim. This
What
is
else?
how we go.
What else? Another one?
There's 2 more colors here.
2 more colors.
So we are using
This one is...
Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, Garden Green,
Whoa.
and Rich Razzleberry.
I thought this was going to be lighter.
And you can see why we like to have a little more yellow, because the yellow kind of gets lost. And so a little bit of that. And I might even add a couple more yellows since... And then,
And then...
now you're going to do the stamp 3 times, Tim.
Okay.
And you're going to just move it a little bit each time. So you're
Okay.
kind of staying in the same... Sorry, and you can do more than 3 too. Just feel free to do whatever you want.
I know. You've given me permission already.
And this poor table is going to... Okay, and then we'll just stamp it
Okay.
on there. Cool. Okay, now go in and do it again. And you see it looks like a couple places aren't getting the ink, so yeah, you can just move it around more. Isn't that
That's
cool?
even better.
Yeah, that's a great one. So this is a whole another way of putting color, which really is easy and doesn't take much time at all.
Oh, that's terrible. I just covered up the words.
But that's okay. We have the idea.
Yes, we do.
And then this is going to go on here.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Here you go.
Okay, he'll put that together, and
put it
then
together.
so I'd love to hear what people's favorite coloring, which favorite card was. So just a reminder I'll throw out there, if you aren't on my mailing list, I do send out another card idea every week. But I missed this week. I forgot to send things to Holly. It's the other parts. I was just a little sidetracked on creating this week. But you
does
just go
this
to
work?
KarenTitus.com and get on the mailing
that?
list. And to hear about anything else I'm doing, this is always good.
Good. It's
There.
crooked.
So, but see, look at that. So that is it.
Okay.
So tomorrow I'll put photos of all of the finished products up on my blog. Today you'll find some of the projects from yesterday. So I think that's it. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
We do.
And we'll see you again next Monday night. So make sure to check out the Back Porch Stampers and give me anything else. And let me know if you have any questions. Have a wonderful weekend.
I have a new threshold that I've reached. She gives me a chance to make a card that I haven't practiced on.
Yes.
Oh, Tim, you just do this.
You just do this because,
Yes.
give him the airtime. So,
I'm building.
but it's really fun. So when you
I'm
look
building
at this,
trust.
there's so many fun things that you can do just playing. And I think one of the great things about crafting, I always say it's like a 5-year-old and getting a brand new set of crayons. That's what we get, a brand new stamp set. And it's just very therapeutic and healing and creative and fun. And, it's playtime for adults. And we end up with something we can use and send to make someone's day. So
Can I vote?
thanks.
Pick up that one.
It's still not dry yet.
I know, but
Okay, but see how we
These
have
two
all
are
the
my
baby
favorite.
was-
These are, I just love
So
these.
we'll put them all on. You know what? We'll put them all on and we'll have you go there and vote. And we'll pick a winner in a week. You have to go on to my website. I'll let you know when it's live. And just vote for your favorite. I'll list all the cards we did. That'll be fun to see what comes in for second, third. Then we'll tell you in that order. So have a good weekend, everyone.
Okay. Read some comments because I'm gonna go.
Have to shove them off the bench at the end. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, Tim loves this kind of pressure. Barb says you did great under pressure. He
What
loves
happened?
this kind of pressure.
It just
Okay.
switched.
What switched?
This.
I don't know, but good night.
Bye.